Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back to day 102 of the Hunt a Day. Today we are going to be fighting a monster that I started off hating early on in my Monster Hunter journey, but eventually grew to love. Today we're fighting Yian Garuga, who I thought I hunted for the Hunt a Day before, but no, I only fought Kut-Ku back near the beginning. So Yian Garuga time. So the main reason I used to dislike Yian Garuga was because I love Yian Kut-Ku. He is one of my favorite goobers. He is a complete and utter idiot of a monster, and we all know I love that. And Yian Kut-Ku was one of my first walls in Monster Hunter when I first started playing, when I was but the wee baby Grayson. And eventually, I did not get to Yian Garuga when I first played Monster Hunter Freedom, and I would not fight Yian Garuga for the first time until Monster Hunter 4. And at the time, I was like, okay, so it's just a faster, angrier Kut-Ku with poison. And I was not aware of what this man had to offer. And that was on me. That was my fault. I should have paid more attention, because Yian Garuga is a really fun, really cool monster that, yes, is very much just an angrier Yian Kut-Ku with poison. But it has, like, the best, I think, like, progression between a kind of, like, jokey early game monster into a more threatening end game-ish form. The jump between, because I've had a couple more recent comments on my Raptor video where people are like, well, what would a difficult Raptor look like? And I've been like, well, I try to explain it in terms of like, well, difficulty and level of like Odo Garen. But I think the jump between Yian Kut-Ku and Yian Garuga is the perfect example of what I want for an end game-ish like difficulty Raptor to be. Because what Yian Garuga brings to the table is speed, aggression, and, like, a new unique status. Unique in the sense that, like, Yian Kut-Ku doesn't have it, but for the most part, it still primarily uses the Yian Kut-Ku moveset, it just does them faster. Its beak slams are more damaging just because it's a more powerful monster. It's a lot faster and attacks more frequently, meaning you have to capitalize on smaller openings. It is still at its core a Yian Kut-Ku, so the fight itself is not insanely challenging, but just by amping up the speed and aggression and like giving the movesets a little more weight, you make the fight 10 times more interesting, while still leaving the monster with its same personality. I still think Yian Garuga looks like a big dumb idiot, because it still has Yian Kut-Ku's face. He's just like, they just put angry eyebrows on him instead of big wide-eyed Muppet eyes, you know? And I think they could do the same thing with Raptors, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Yian Garuga today. I love its fight. I think it's very engaging. I think Monster Hunter World is the best version of the Yian Garuga fight. It is incredibly fast. It keeps you on your toes, but it still gives you big enough openings to capitalize on, especially if you're going for, like, the tail. Anytime he goes for that big, massive dive bomb beak slam into the ground where it leaves him, like, stuck there for a couple seconds, that's a great sorter's dream. And in terms of aesthetics, he's purple. I love him. Nothing else to say. He's purple, he's great, he's perfect. Any purple monster immediately shoots up my list. I want to say, in terms of him coming back for Monster Hunter Wilds, my ranking is a little bit skewed, because the one thing that I have been spoiled on for Wilds, and I mentioned this like very early on when I fought Kut-Ku, is the fact that Kut-Ku is returning. That is the only thing I have seen since the release date trailer, is that Kut-Ku is coming back. So, because of that, I think Yian Garuga has a really high chance of coming back, even though he doesn't need it to be with Kut-Ku. I think Kut-Ku being there, and the fact that he was just in World, has a more recent skeleton, has that more recent moveset and fight change, I think it's very likely that we see him again. And also, I want to see a group of Yian Garuga. I want to see a flock of Yian Garuga, because since they are based off of, like, all their gear is based off of, like, ravens and crows and stuff, I truly believe that a group of Yian Garuga would be a murder of Yian Garuga, and I want to see that in-game. So I think 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, Yian Garuga is going to be in Monster Hunter Wilds. Exclusively because I know Yian Kut-Ku is going to be there. If that's already been revealed, please don't tell me. This is just my prediction. It's what I think is going to happen. And then in terms of future games, I know a lot of people kind of are like iffy on Yian Garuga, but I think he's pretty popular. And I think he's pretty fun, and he is a Gen 1 monster that gets a lot of love in general for returning monster lists. So I think it's very high that he's going to come back as well, so I'll say 10 out of 10 for coming back in a future game too. Gonna wrap up the ramble there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please stick around until the end of the hunt if you can. If not, no worries. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, I'll see you next time.